end of it. A lady was traveling on a long-distance flight. The air hostess came serving food for everyone. She found the lady fast asleep, and so she moved on to the next person. The lady woke up after a while and asked for food. The air hostess brought her the food promptly. The lady touched the food and flared up. "What sort of an airline are you running? The food is not warm. I have paid through my nose to take this flight and I can't even get warm food." The air hostess apologized. "Ma'am, please excuse us. The warmer is not working. The rest of the people also had their food this way only." The lady then said, "Is that so? Then it is all right." See, the food remains cold even now. But the lady is no more unhappy because she knows that everyone else also had the food that way. This is what I mean when I say that everything is a play of the mind. Everything is an adjustment of the mind. The mind keeps switching its stance and playing on you because you have allowed it to take over. You have not centered yourself on contentment, and so you sway according to your mind. So as I was saying, if you're not able to laugh at the end of the day, it means that you are still serious about the whole thing. You still feel that you are shouldering the whole world and that it is because of you that the whole show is running. You see, deep down the truth is, we belong to existence, which is the ultimate and all-pervading energy, and which is controlling the whole show. Our inherent nature is also to find out that connection back with existence so that we flow without a problem. But somewhere we miss this understanding and we disconnect ourselves from existence, and then we start running behind material things, thinking that this is what we are searching for. If you have visited the zoo at least once in your lifetime, you might have noticed that the longest queues are in front of the cages of the lions and the tigers. Always, you will find people standing for a long time in front of the lions and tigers and admiring them with awe and respect. We do this because without even realizing it, we are strangely reassured by seeing things that are bigger or stronger than us. It gives us the comforting feeling that we are not the ultimate power. We know that we are not the ultimate power. Our being is actually searching for an encounter with any such grandeur that reminds us of our real role in this macrocosmic universe. People go to the temples only for this assurance that they get when they see the idols. Those who don't find this kind of assurance in temples find it elsewhere. But somehow, deep within we know that we are not the ultimate power. This feeling should become an experiential reality for us. Then we will know for sure. If you go to the Himalayas, you will get a permanent and strong reminder of the profundity of existence. From peak to peak, the mountains rise, the mountain becoming the valley and the valley rising into the mountain, with no perceivable beginning or end. And the river Ganges, it just flows continuously in the valley in different moods, in different colors, trails, chattering and laughing in the language of existence. If there is a world not made by man, the Himalayas stand to prove it. The Himalayas prove that humans are not the ultimate things. When you see the Himalayas, you will see how over hundreds of kilometers, ice mountains appear as just ice mountains, and then become mountains and water, and later just water. Such are the wonders of nature at its peak. What books cannot teach you with words, the Himalayas can teach you through just the experience of seeing. Only you need to be ready to receive it. The Himalayas are a live energy body with penetrating silence. You just have to allow it to penetrate you. If you understand that you are but a speck of the splendor of existence, you will accept it with grace and humility, with no questions asked. When you open yourself to existence, it just fills you up. How much you open yourself out, that much it fills you up. You all think that you have to work hard to cling on to God. Not at all. Have you seen the way a young monkey clings to its mother? There is every possibility that it might let go and fall. Whereas with a cat, the mother clings on to its kitten. The kitten then is perfectly safe. You don't have to cling to God. If you just allow yourself and do your duty, leaving the rest, God will cling on to you. Falling for God is not a big deal. Making God fall for you is a big deal. This will happen when you have undaunted faith and live a life of love and service. A beautiful small story. A man was very God-conscious and a loving man, and he did a lot of good deeds in his life. He came to know that there was a particular book with a person that had the names of people who loved God. He was excited to find out if his name was there in the book, and he went to that person and he asked if he could see the book. He searched through all the pages several times, but he could not find his name in it. He was very disappointed and went away. A year later, he came back to see if his name had been added to the book. Again, he could not find it anywhere. As he was turning to leave, the man said, "Sir, please wait. This book has the list of names of people who love God. I have another very small book that has a few names in it. It is the list of names of people whom God loves." He showed the man the book, and the man found his name in it. See, it is very easy to fall for God. After all, He is so loving, so giving, so powerful and whatnot. You can continue to say that you love Him and remain where you are. But when you start feeling God at the being level and the transformation happens in you, God will fall for you. You will find yourself being loved in many ways like you have never known before. Such is the compassionate love of God. We have all along been taught to be wary of nature, to be wary of God, of existence. We have been taught to walk with slippers so that the earth does not hurt us. We have been taught to stay away from rain. We have been taught to stay indoors when it is windy. We have been taught to stay away from animals and what not. I tell you, existence is your only friend on planet Earth. Do you know how wonderful it is to walk with the feel of the earth? I never used to wear slippers in my younger days, except while in college, because their rule demanded that I wore them. I just used to walk bare feet, whether it was at home or in school or during my days of wandering. Even now in the ashram, I walk barefoot most of the time. Of course, the people around me pamper me with my slippers, saying that my feet will get hurt. I ask them how my feet that wandered the length and breadth of India, bare can get hurt now. You just completely disconnect yourself from nature by doing these things. So many people ask me, "Swamiji, how is it that your feet are so smooth and flawless even after so many years of wandering in rugged terrain?" I tell you now, I have never felt alienated with existence. That is why. That is the real reason. I always felt that I was a part of existence. I always felt that I belonged to nature. That is why I used to wander without a care, without being afraid of anything. Just imagine if you had to be alone in the darkness of the jungle with wild animals, with no food, and no idea where you would get